The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 3, Nasdaq's up 10, S&P's are up 2.5. Gold contracts up $1.10, trading 13.03. We have silver up 19 cents, $16.93. Light sweet crude down 56 cents, $65.18 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year down 6 ticks. 119.12, 30-year off 17, 142.21. King dollar down 77 ticks, 93.460. It's battling today over that 93.440 mark once again. And Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, if you're looking at the Bloomberg, it's saying it's up $43 at 67.53. That's when they start tracking it, though. I believe Bitcoin is. Let's go look at Bitcoin first, right, and see where we're.
Yeah, we're down about $1,000 from Friday.
Yeah, and look at that gap.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
And so, even can I jump in?
Yeah.
I pulled up the crypto watch just so you can really see.
Okay, cool.
And this is where it happened. 1 o'clock on yesterday. So that's June 10th. 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
These are hour-long bars we're looking at, and we go from 7,200 down to 6,700. And I believe the news had to do with the South Korean exchange.
45
getting hacked.
Yeah.
Is that right?
45 million or billion?
Not
Million.
billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what we talk about in terms of, those stories were much more regular. They hadn't come out in a while, and they're still out there in terms of being a possibility. And we'll see where this week shakes out. We've been hanging at 7,500, 7,700 for 2 weeks. Pretty tame markets. But tame will not stay forever in the land of cryptocurrencies when you see that type of action.
And, folks, if you haven't test-driven the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Now, this downdraft wouldn't help you on the weeklies, but they had the monthlies.
Yes.
So the monthlies really came in, well, if you sold them, they came in the money.
Right. No, that's the nice thing, at least, where you're able to now have positions over the weekend with these, which is nice. And they're actually the only vehicle on Nadex that gives you per exposure throughout the weekend.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
Right.
They have the monthly spreads.
That may be the only one in the U.S. that actually gives you exposure both ways over the weekend of Bitcoin.
In a regulated environment, I think it is.
Right. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Definitely.
Pretty amazing, man.
Yeah. So we'll see where that week goes. And actually, before we jump away, I just want to see where the weeklies open up at for their spreads.
Yes.
So those are the monthlies, which we've been looking at. They're not going to change until July.
Right.
And then jump to the weeklies, though. So this did recalibrate this morning when they open. So you're going to see 2,800 to 10.8. Middle of that going to be 6,800, which is basically within $40 from where we're trading at right now. And the weeklies are going to represent 1/10 of a Bitcoin. Monthlies being 1/100th of a Bitcoin.
And so it starts at 8 o'clock Monday morning. And that contract will expire at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, folks.
Yeah.
This particular contract that we're talking about.
So we'll see what happens. Lots going on this week,
Lots going on this week.
Of course, the Singapore meeting between the U.S. and North Korea.
That's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. You have CPI data tomorrow. You have the Fed decision coming out Wednesday. Should be pretty good.
Big
and
numbers.
I think maybe even something like retail sales Thursday, or there's a number Thursday as well. So lots of fundamental economic indicators.
Big numbers. Let's go see what's going on with Tesla. Tesla's caught a bid again here. Yeah, look at this. So Tesla's, you got it up $11. You got 3.2 million shares traded. The high of last Thursday was 330. You hit 330 already. What are they saying? Let's see with Tesla if there's anything. China battery giant soars 44% on IPO. Minton new billionaires. I suspect that.
Okay. Good.
The Chinese founder of the world's biggest maker of electric batteries and his top lieutenants became billionaires Monday after their company shares soared in the first day of trading in Shenzhen. Let's see. So maybe that Tesla's moving because people know the battery business is going to be a good business, huh?
Yeah, so it says investors are confident. I will jump to, I think there was another article, but since investors are confident that they can fend off rivals Panasonic, which makes power packs with Tesla. So I think this just actually is something where Tesla's mentioned, but to jump to, I believe this may be more of what they're talking about in terms of Tesla surges after Elon Musk says first full self-driving features are coming in August.
Oh.
So that...
I wonder what full self-driving features means.
Yeah, right, I know.
Tesla's Version 9 software will arrive in August. The first update since 2016 will begin to enable full self-driving feature.
Telling users that a lane merge issue had been fixed and will roll out other updates in August. It's not exactly clear what full self-driving will look like. And again, it's like very little factual in here, which is intriguing, right? I know. It's like, guess what? New updates coming. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
totally.
Great.
And so that, let me just see this a second. I'm just curious. So $12. Boy, that's quite a pump up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're talking about 170 million shares, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, every dollar is 170 million. Every $10 is 1.7 billion. Yeah, so you're talking about almost a $2 billion rise in the market cap just off that statement.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah, right.
You got to love it.
Totally.
Pretty wild. Let's get over and take a look at the silver market first. So silver out here, folks. Let's go take a look at SIN. We still have some major divergence here. You know, silver... Nice setup, 46,000 contracts. You know, you're in the higher range. You're at $16.91. The high of last week was $16.93. We've hit 95. You know, this thing looks like it wants to go to that 17.42 from April 19th. Now, that being said, we go to the we go to the gold contract, and this baby. GC, let's see, we're dealing with you, I believe. Nope. Let's see what I got in there. GC.
Q.
Thank you. GCQ8. Yeah, the sideways move. Not doing anything, man. And, you know, it's intriguing because the longer that we do stay underneath here, you get a probability that this low, you know, it saved itself last week, but that 1286, man, the longer this stays down
it's
here.
hanging, totally.
It is.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you don't need to be a chart professional to see that range has been hanging at 1,300 since the middle of May. Yeah.
Right. Each and every time it gets up there, bottom line, you get sellers into that market. The Qs, let's go take a look at the Qs, because what we did have last week is this. And this is the first time we had seen this. On the daily and the weekly, you did have a failure on Friday. So that's, you know, we had got to a price point of 175.93. You had 141 million shares traded versus 193, and you closed under the 175.21. So it's subtle, but the bottom line is that, guess what? Couldn't handle it. You know, so it's going to be like, okay, is it the Fed that's going to move markets here?
Sure.
Is it going to be Korea? Is it going to be the CPI?
Yeah.
This is one of the most power-packed weeks with news that we've had in quite some time.
Very much.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials up 20, Nasdaq's up 14, S&P's are up 5.5. Didn't take long for those buys to come in.
That's right. Green markets.
Yeah, totally. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 4. You get the Nasdaq up 5. S&Ps are up 3. Good old King Dollar. Let's go over to King Dollar and take a look at King Dollar. So we're getting some movements out here this morning in good old King Dollar. We had this last week. Specifically, we're at 12,000 contracts. So that's a lot of contract volume for this early. What I saw last week, though, is that we were at 10,000 at the same hour, but then the volume died. So the bottom line is if we die here at the volume, your probability gets a lot less that you're going to get, or you're going to stay or go inside this 93,440 mark. The Fed will move that number, though, on Wednesday.
Definitely.
You know, the real question is going to be not the 25 basis points or 1/4 hike in the short-term rate. It's going to be like, okay, what are you going to have inside that statement, you know, going forward?
Oh, for sure.
Some of the high-volume stocks, here's a beauty. This one must be getting taken over. Sempra Energy, that's up $14.50. That's what, 15%?
Yep.
And so Sempra Energy shares had their biggest intraday gain as Elliott Management and Bluescape Resources called for strategic review and board changes. That's it. Wow. The two funds hold 4.5% interest in the company. Interesting.
Yeah, so they're saying there's between 11 and $16 billion in readily achievable value creation opportunities that they're hoping to achieve by putting in kind of new people on the board, and they have has a conglomerate structure with no compelling strategic or financial rationale. So, pretty intriguing. Elliott Management, that's a big one, of course.
Yeah, and it looks like they already did this once. The move comes after more than 1 year after Elliott and Bluescape pressured NRG Energy to cut costs, prompting the company to agree in February to divest $2.8 billion in assets.
Yeah, so Monday's letter appears to follow a similar blueprint.
That's why
pushing to strip them down to its core business, and they really want them to get rid of anything that's not directly utility related. So yeah,
Look at that, baby.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Investors might see the writing on the wall there, as in
Evidently they do, right?
They want them to sell off assets that aren't related to utilities that they're doing, and
Look at this. This has been a high-end consolidation since going back all the way.
monthly. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's July of 2014. 4 years.
Can you go back to the description as to what they exactly do?
Yes.
Just curious where in utilities or what they get there. So they're an energy services holding company with operations through the U.S., Mexico, South America. They generate electricity, natural gas pipelines and storage facilities, and wind power generation. They got a lot going on. They sure do. And wind power generation progress. Yeah, they distribute natural gas to 7 million customer meters, electricity to 3.5 million customers.
Southern California
Southern California, San Diego.
Electric. Yeah.
Natural gas, renewables. So they have Mexico, South America. So they had Semper Global. They do have a lot going on there, for sure.
Yeah.
And I wonder where that comes outside of utilities, though, because everything mentioned there is kind of a lot of utilities. So I bet they have a lot going on outside of that, and that's what they looked at, and they said, listen, this is your business, and I wonder what their conglomerate encompasses beyond that.
Right. So 11.5 billion.
Yeah, most of it being in the U.S.
Yep, 8.5 in the U.S.
So what is SDG and E?
I suspect it's a large electric company, utility.
Sure,
right?
sure. Well, I bet G and E is gas.
Oh, San Diego.
So gas and electric then.
Yeah.
I knew the G and E was gas and electric, right? So you have San Diego Gas and Electric, SoCal Gas, and then you get into the South American and Mexico.
Yeah, they want them to get rid of those South America and Mexico.
And I bet maybe it's this. Look at the other.
634 million.
But guess what? That's tanking, man. 3-year growth down 15%.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going on in that. That's a lot of revenue on a yearly basis to be dropping 15%.
It is.
Right?
There is no doubt, man. Some of the other higher volume equities, and we'll see what kind of a equity market we get today, meaning low volume or high volume. You get Micron Tech up 34 cents. Bank of America is up 34. You get GE flat. Bell's up 34 cents. Wait, everyone's up 34 cents.
What's going on here? Genworth Financial up $1 from 380.
Yeah, look at that.
Let's see what's going on here. So Ameriprise Financial climbed 1.7 after Genworth got approval from the Committee on Foreign Investment for its buyout of China Oceanwide. So Ameriprise, the firm, has a reinsurance contract with Genworth. Yeah. Either way, huge moves. I wonder.
Okay, so let's see.
There's a lot going on in there. So
yeah,
I'm
it
trying to read
says
through it.
it alleviates fears that AMP will need to take a big reserve charge in the event of a Genworth bankruptcy. Yeah, let's look at this. So, what's this company here? This is a spin-off from GE, and they loaded. Oh, the wrong one.
Yeah.
Genworth. 1 second. Where did we just?
Just go back. Hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it should have worked that way.
Okay. Well, that gets us there. There's Genworth. Got
So
a description or chart, whatever you want.
yeah. So, if you take a look at this, this was a spin-off from GE. Yeah. What's that? $37. But and where this
a decade ago,
where this
but
company has been able to stay alive, which is hard to even comprehend, is that so they sold long-term health insurance. For nursing homes and all this. They've been taking a beating because all those companies, they sold it too cheap.
Okay.
And they're worried that this thing's going to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is that if they're just trying to buy a cash flow to stay alive, but it looks like, they're saying that this should help them. Well, we'll find out.
Hey, you're up 25% in one day.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
saying it's going to happen for sure. I mean, they have, a market cap of $2.5 billion. Not bad. They were still a couple billion-dollar company as of yesterday, so.
Oh, yeah. And if we look at this revenue, 8.6 billion.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
all insurance and wealth management.
But yeah, I would say it has to do with something to the degree of they're much less likely to go out of business this morning than when they
Right.
were on Friday.
Big time.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Let's get over and take a look at that oil market. So oil out here this morning. What do we got happening with oil? So 64.85 to 65.74. It's like moving around about $1 a day.
Yeah,
No.
and down and up, both directions, man. I mean, we were down to 64.85. We're back almost to look at that move.
Yeah. So someone came in about 10 minutes ago with 30,000. That's 30,000 contracts. That's a lot of contracts.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if we look at ExxonMobil, we see where the big integrators are going. Yeah, it's hanging tough there. It's trying to get through this downdraft from February. We'll see whether it can make it. It's amazing when you think about Exxon, $89 down to 72. It's 83.
I know, right?
I mean, it's like
For what oil has done during that time.
totally.
Yeah.
And for what? It's like, okay.
What if you ever had oil declining over that period of time?
Oh.
What would happen, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
And you can see, Exxon's doing a lot better than last year, revenue-wise. $244 billion last year. They're looking at $301 this year. But nothing like when oil was at highs of $411 billion. That is a big number.
Quite a number.
Dow Industrials right now, folks, up 32. The Nasdaq's up 12. S&Ps are up 5.5. Gold's up $1.30. Silver up 22 cents. And King Dollar. King Dollar is right at that 93.440. That's where the fight's going to be today. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 18. You get the Nasdaq up 2. S&Ps are up about 3.5. And let's go over and we take a look at good old King Amazon. See where Amazon's laying out here. Right at its highs, man.
You told me you got some items showing up. You got an email. They're going to be here today. Gotta love Amazon, man. Always.
I'm telling you, man.
Totally.
Amazon is something else. And yeah, they just seem to keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
At what they're doing. There's no doubt. There's an article in the Journal this morning, folks, and what it said. So I guess it's 1 year since Amazon bought Whole Foods.
Okay.
Fast year,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And they said what has happened is that Amazon is basically breaking the bank and all these other food companies because they weren't accelerating, putting huge amounts of money into technology.
The other companies.
The other companies. And so now they have to put a huge amount of money into technology, and it's not showing yet.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
they
like...
might have to do it just to sustain the levels they're at,
yeah.
right?
And, you know, who knows when you're big like that, how long it will take to... I don't think anyone will catch up with them, but just putting technology in place in general.
Yeah.
Because what they were saying is that Amazon is very close to the point that when you're finishing something, they know that you're going to be out of it, just
Okay.
like those buttons.
Sure.
And that, guess what? They're going to say, hey, you want this at your door?
Sure.
In a half hour?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
Pretty good.
So that's a heads up in general, because if they conquered that food business, that's just a gigantic business.
Yes.
You know?
Decent margins, huge revenue
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Google, let's go take a look at Google. We'll take a look at all these FANG stocks. So Google's laying there, 1123. Off the highs, but not bad. Facebook laying up at highs, 189. Netflix, look at that,
Yeah, Netflix.
364.
Not stopping.
Yep. It's pretty wild, man. I mean, it's Apple. Let's go take a look at Apple. So Apple's laying at highs also. Yeah, that refuses to back off also, and that's after, you get the story from the Nikkei reports that the 20%
Supply.
less.
Yeah.
But you know what is intriguing too? I know when I've been talking with Dave White on Fridays, Apple's getting into so many of its own pots.
Okay.
You
yes.
know, like, is that what's going on? Who knows?
Sure.
Bottom line is that they want it all. It seems like it doesn't matter how much bad publicity Facebook gets, man. Facebook is shaking it off.
I mean, what an opportunity to buy it turned out to be at those lows. I mean, it was down to 150, now it's down up to 190. You're talking about $40. Yeah, you're talking about almost 25% since March 26th.
Yeah.
Poof.
That's pretty intense.
It is.
No doubt about that. Let's go take a look at the GLD, which, of course, trades at 10% of the price of gold. That little baby, 123. Last week, if we take a look at it on a weekly basis, sideways movement, same type of setup, meaning as with gold. Now, this has to, the difference would be that the higher trading range is not that much above it. But you really want to pay attention to the gold contract, because this is where it gets intriguing. So look at how this is set up, folks. And when this first started, when the GLD first started, it was awesome because in order to buy the GLD has to buy physical gold. But physical gold, so picture this, physical gold is the 1303. So when this started, this would have been at 133.
130.
Yeah, 130.
Yes.
And so it's lost 7 points over the course of, let's see when this started.
There you go. November of 2004.
Okay, so 14 years. It's not that bad. And what that has to do with is that has to do with the expense ratio, which is 0.4%.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can see how that compounds, though, right?
Yes.
This is good.
Yes.
A good example in
Right.
terms of you're only paying 0.4%, and you can see how just that alone brought you down from 130 to 123, which on a percentage basis is a good 6%.
I know.
Over the course of 14 years.
Right.
And that is a very small expense ratio. So that's where when
It
you
is.
start getting into the 1 to
0.95,
yeah, the 1 to 2% when you compound them,
Right.
really exacerbate things.
It does.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Let's see the SLV. I'm just curious as what happens with the SLV on this. So Look at that. That expense ratio is 0.5%, and you're at 15.91, and silver's at 16.90. So that's lost $1.
And that's only in 12 years. That came
Okay.
out in 2006.
That lost $1.
Sorry, where I wasn't
We're
following.
at 16.92. This one trades at the price. That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
It just reflect the price.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
$1's a lot for
Yes.
$16.
Definitely.
Man,
Totally.
wow, this
Yep.
is pretty wild, man.
And that's probably where that extra, because if you look at it, 0.5% versus 0.4
Oh, yeah.
is a 25% increase. As in, 0.4% to 0.5 seems menial, but guess what? That's a 25% hike in the fee.
Wow.
And then you compound it for 12 years,
Yeah.
a 25% hike is going to, and that's where really, if it would be a percent, that's where things really get out of whack, right?
Big number.
Yeah.
But yeah. And good old Bitcoin, after it took the... So XBT, so I guess the
You might have to go one more.
heist...
Oh, no, I think you got there.
Okay,
There you go.
the heist was how much money? Let's see.
Let's see. So,
40
okay, they lost, no, that's just how much was lost in total value because of the decrease.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find, did you see an article? Here we go, right here. So Bitcoin's price came close to a 6-month low on Monday. A South Korean crypto exchange suffered a cyber attack. So 40 billion won, so 28 million euros.
It's like 42 million then
Is that what it
in
is?
dollars. Yeah, the euro's at what, $1.18.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite 42 at that, but be 20%, it'd be like 34, 35 million. Yeah, so it led Bitcoin's price to hit 66.50. That's pretty close to the lows. I think we came down at right at 6,000 was
Now,
the lows.
I'm trying to figure out when they hacked. They lost coins. So did people lose the money, right? Is that what happens, or they just got hacked? The hack was.
So yeah, the hack was unfortunate timing for the cryptocurrency mining company Argo Blockchain. Is that the ones that got hacked? Let's go back up here. No, so the Conrail website confirmed a cyber intrusion that saw 30% of its currency stolen.
Oh yeah, so it's gone.
Yeah.
Argo plans to raise 20.
Who is Argo as we get into this before we're jumping around? I don't even know who Argo is, and they're talking about them as,
That it says
Okay.
it's a cryptocurrency mining company, which announced plans on Monday to become the
okay.
first business of its
That's who they are,
kind
then.
to join the London Stock Exchange.
Okay. So they plan to raise 20 million euros or pounds. Is that pounds or euros? That's pounds.
That's pounds,
There we
yeah.
go. Okay, so that's pounds. That's not
Oh,
euros.
I see.
So that's why I was.
That's even bigger than.
So is that
yeah.
133? Is that a pound right there?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Right.
so pounds at 133. So
Right.
yeah, that is closer to about almost $40 million. So yeah, they're mining as a service package. So they're going to allow people to pay the company to digitally mine them, but share in the proceeds would be what Argo's going to do.
Huh.
Yeah. So either way, another hacking, and that's not really that big for the drop. I mean, you see, $42 billion lost in value, but they only stole 40 million in coins.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 7, Nasdaq's down 1, S&P's are up 3.5, and we want to bring a new guest on from to TFNN, folks. It's Jason Paff. He runs the DutchBook.com over in the web. He's got a nice free newsletter if anyone would like to get over there. Jason, welcome to TFNN.
Tommy, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the warm welcome. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, when we bring up your site, tell us, innovative quantitative analysis. So what exactly do you do?
Tommy, we're passionate about the individual investor, and we have access and build our own proprietary quantitative models. Similar to what you'd find on Wall Street with hedge funds, we have that technical expertise and background. And there's links even for those that are technically minded in your audience that they want to click through and even get to the code level. We don't believe in black boxes. We'll give folks access to the variables we're looking at, the data we're pulling in. We want to teach more than anything, and we believe the individual investor should have access to the same level of research, same level of technical capabilities that your more sophisticated institutional investors have. So we believe in building a free community of curious minds. We don't sell data, we don't advertise. We are building a community that wants access to free research that is quantitative and data-oriented in nature, but we also believe in a very strong attention to high-level global macro themes. We really start there.
Nice.
And we work our way down. We look for the objective data. We look for cross-correlations between markets and work our way down to validate what we're seeing at the macro level with the ground-level data. It's a great time to be looking at data. As you know, there's never been more data available to those of us in the markets, and we work through it to the benefit of the individual investor and deliver that research. And hopefully we have some fun, and it's productive, and it's successful for folks.
Totally. And you do quite a bit of writing, right?
Yeah, so Jason, this is Tommy. Good morning, man. So we got introduced to you. I stumbled upon you. I know you do a bunch of writing for, of course, your website, but you do articles as well over at Nadex for their market news website, and within, of course, your newsletter that people can subscribe to. We'll have the link up here for the DutchBook.com. And so when you're writing, what
markets are you looking at? I know just in the last week we pulled up some of the articles. You have Bitcoin, you have gold, you have natural gas that you were written on all kind of in the last week. What markets are you looking at in particular when you're commenting on the market?
Well, thanks, Tommy. Yeah, we love Nadex. We love publishing on Nadex. We primarily look at crypto, Forex, and then I'm from Oklahoma, so oil and gas is literally in my blood. So
Totally.
yeah, we write almost exclusively on oil and gas, crypto, and Forex. But again, we also bring in, every so often to look at gold or look at indices for those cross correlations between asset classes. So we're not myopically focused only on Forex. We'll look at how it correlates to broader markets, but most of our writing is directed at Forex. Certainly crypto. We love looking at crypto and have spent a lot of time there, and then oil and gas.
So on the crypto, this is a great time for it, right?
You jumped in, man. This week we have some huge news, some big action. We were just finishing up last segment talking about it as well. What are you seeing in those markets? And kind of just 1,000 plunge down to 6,700 now, and it seemed like there was the hacking in South Korea, but we just went over huge valuation loss, right? But it was only about $40 million that were stolen there, and any news like that can really send those markets, it seems, in flux.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. Do you guys ever remember a time when over the weekend, right, something can move 10, 11, 12 points, right? If you trade Nadex and you trade their spreads, you close Friday at one level, you come back Monday, and you're at an entirely new terrain.
Yes.
It's amazing. So, yeah, we had the news of the South Korean hack. What folks who might not be as well-versed in crypto need to know is South Korea is really the third largest crypto market after the United States and Japan.
Okay.
So it was 40 million. It was minimal in that sense, but something like that hits the wire in South Korea, you could see a cascading, almost second-order effect, and then it spills out into the rest of the crypto community. Okay. We also have, the CFTC. We had some more reports over the weekend that the CFTC is looking into just how things are priced on the different exchanges and really evaluating that. Anytime there is any hint, any smell of any kind of additional regulation or folks looking into things in crypto, it's typically very bearish in the short term. Fundamentally, it could be very bullish in the long term because the more comfort folks have from an institutional sense that there is more oversight, that may add more folks into the mix. But certainly in the short term, I think this weekend you had a little bit of rumblings in South Korea, the add-on of additional stories about the CFTC, and then you had thinner volume over the weekend. It just takes a couple of large orders or large whales to sell some positions. You've got a consolidation. I think this morning, we're grinding around our low at the 6,700 level. If we look back to the last time we were in the 6,000s in early February, around the 6th, a week later we were above 9K.
Right.
2 weeks later we were above 11.
Wow.
So Jason, what does it cost? Is it all different cost analysis to make like a full Bitcoin? Is there such a thing? Meaning that does the energy cost 5,000, 4,000, 8,000?
Yeah, it costs a lot. Break even's probably about 6,500.
Okay.
In the current climate. So it's highly elastic though too, because if that cost goes up because more folks are competing for the mining,
yes,
then it'll get more expensive. You'll see a ton of folks drop out, and then it'll get cheaper because it's a highly elastic moving target.
Wow.
We've seen that number up into 8, 9, and 10 before, and certainly a year or two ago it was in the hundreds. So highly elastic number, but we're around break even right now.
Yeah, so that's always good to know because the reality is kind of like a commodity. Once you go under the production value, it's
Definitely.
like, okay, guess what, man?
Yeah, and that's where they drop out, and then it becomes massively profitable, like you're saying, and then it turns around the other way. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, it's interesting to look at Bitcoin that way. We view it as a commodity as well in the sense it's a digital payment system, right?
Yes.
And you need certain chunks to anonymously and securely transfer payments. And the more demand that is there, clearly the price goes up, but then the more the producers or the miners pile in. So it's highly elastic and a really interesting way to look at it.
Are more people basically holding their Bitcoin, you think, on a thumb drive versus the exchange? How does that work?
Most folks have some type of digital wallet.
Okay.
I think a lot of folks do have it on some type of exchange, some type of wallet. I don't know if you consider something like Coinbase an exchange, but a lot of folks will use that for a wallet. But we're still learning a lot about those things daily, right? So that's a great question. The individual investor behavior has been one of the harder things to get at mathematically because Bitcoin has been so all over the place. And we're still watching those patterns develop in real time, which makes it a lot of fun too for a guy like me that spends time in the data.
Especially if you like volatility too, man.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Hey, last Friday, I think you guys were doing a segment about where's all the volatility in Bitcoin.
Right? We were.
Be careful what you ask for.
It was like 2 solid weeks of a trading range of like 100 to 200, which seemed surreal. So we know you do writing over at Nadex. What articles are you looking at this week, Jason? And we have literally about 30 seconds here to wrap this up.
This week is huge. So we've got central banks, we've got the political backdrop with G7, Trump, Kim, and then we've got a lot of data, CPI from the US and UK. We're rolling that all together and looking at broad narratives for the week. It's the Super Bowl for traders almost this week with all these stories conflating. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, listen, we appreciate having you on. Look forward to it again, Jason.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Stay
Talk
right
soon.
there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now flat. Nasdaq is up 2. S&Ps are up 3. I bet, Paul from Henderson is going to really dig Jason, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of people, man, with that market rocking and rolling. They're fiending for a little crypto analysis, right?
Totally.
So just to finish it up, as that interview ended, Jason, the DutchBook.com, Jason Paff, you can check that out. And he does some great writing over at the Nadex Market News site. Easiest way to get over there, right at TFNN. We have under breaking news, Nadex Market News. You jump over there.
He has a couple of nice.
He has a few articles
Yeah.
we pulled up here. Our man Andy Hector's over there as well, but Jason was out there looking at Bitcoin. I pulled up some of his articles. He had a Bitcoin article last week. He had a gold article talking about with, rate hikes coming.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we get the Fed coming. And natural gas as well. He was talking about a good Oklahoma guy out there,
Yeah,
natural
right.
gas and oil. So check out
It's in his blood.
That's right, man. It better
that
be, right?
Oklahoma blood. It's a fact, man.
Yeah.
That's-
So we'll be hoping to have him on Mondays usually.
Yeah,
So we're going to set that up and some good
Right.
analysis. We look forward to talking to him. That was a nice
Totally.
interview. Definitely.
So let's go and take a look. Just at it looks like gold is going to try to make another run here. We'll see how fast the selling comes in. We just got a little pop up to the 1305 once again.
Right up to that level we were at last night.
And bottom line is that it needs more juice. We need more juice behind that move. But bottom line is that it's trying to make the move.
Hey, you know what this reminds me of? That nice cup formation that Basil likes to talk
Yeah.
about, right?
Yeah.
Perfect transition. So Basil Chapman back from vacation. He's going to be in the saddle for his program at noon. And Thursday evening, he's going to be in there with his subscribers.
Nice.
What to expect for the second half of 2018. He's got a 90-minute workshop. He's raring, ready to go, back from vacation, charged up. So check that out. I encourage people to get over there, try it out, and get 30-day money-back guarantee as well.
Perfect.
Thursday evening.
Thursday evening. Stay right there, folks. Swim lessons up next. Then, of course, I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.